Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my dear respected brothers and sisters out there. I hope that you are all in the best of health and iman. Okay, so this is part two. Okay, part two uh, for this book. This is the intermediate level book. Okay, and we are covering, of course, this unit number 5. Okay, so yesterday we started the unit, and today we are going to right. This is about the future. Continue with the lesson. Okay, so let me close this and this and switch over my screen to this screen. So hopefully now you can see the page. And if you remember yesterday, we looked at we started to look at future forms. Okay, so let me just do a nice little tick here, future forms. Okay, and we did a warm-up exercise and tried to identify the future forms, right? So I'll show that to you from yesterday's notes. Okay, so if you remember yesterday, we looked at 3 questions. Okay, so here, for example, and again, let me use my highlighter. So here, for example, we have, what are you doing after class today? So there's some kind of a future reference here. And then the future, this is the planned future. Remember, planned future is a plan that you decided before. Okay, not now, but before. Okay, so when we use that example, we should use the going to form. Okay, going to. So the answer here is I'm going to the park. Okay, the next question is asking about the weather. So what's the weather forecast for tomorrow? So tomorrow is the time reference here, and we're talking about the weather. Where what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? What's going to what will it be like tomorrow? Okay, and remember, um, we can also use going to, okay, and will. This is the second future form, will. Okay, but there's a difference. Remember the difference. So we mentioned going to. We use it to talk about um, planned activities. Okay, so you already decided. It's already in your mind to do it. Okay, but if you change it to, for example, if I said I will go to the park. Okay, now this is talking about still the future, but you decided. When did you decide? Was it before? No, it was decided now. So now, at the time of speaking. Okay, so at the time of speaking, you will use will. Okay. Oh, okay. I will go to the park. But if you thought about it before, oh, it's in my plans. I'm going to the park. Okay. So that's the main use of it. The other use is prediction here. Prediction. Okay. So we can also use going to and will for prediction. Okay, so what's prediction is when you make a guess. All right, when you guess about something in the future. Okay, now what's the difference? So, for example, if you look at this sentence here, what's the weather forecast for tomorrow? Okay, so here we don't know. We don't have any evidence. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. No idea. Okay, so here's a phrase. I think, possibility. I suppose, or it might. I think it will be sunny. But here we're using the word will. Why? Because we don't have any evidence to make a strong prediction. Okay, no strong prediction here. So it's a very weak prediction. Okay, but if I go back to the page here, and if you look at this sentence here, number 2, it says, look at those black clouds. So here is someone looking at something in the sky, and they see some evidence. Okay, they see something that is, might happen, likely to happen. Okay, and if you look at the response, it says here, I think it's going to. So here they have a strong prediction. Why? Because they can see dark clouds. Okay, dark clouds. Good. Hope that makes sense. So yesterday we briefly looked at this chap, and what's his name? His name's Jack. Okay, and we have a list. Okay, so on his list he has things to do. Okay, and he has things to buy. Okay, so let me go through quickly. So let's go. I'm going to use the same document, but I will update it. Okay, so things to do. Okay, things to do. All right, let me just drop that and make a bullet point. So what is the first thing he needs to do? So he has a haircut. So we're going to say he's going to, and remember, this is all planned. Okay, all of his list is already planned. He didn't decide it now. He already wrote this list in the past. Okay, in the past, and now, it's going to be the future form, going to. So he's going to, let's say, have a haircut. He's going to have a haircut. Okay, so here we have the main verb going to. Okay, so this is the future form, planned. Okay, we can write it. So let me just copy this. The next one says petrol. Okay, so maybe in the next one we're going to say he's going to let's say put petrol in the car. Okay, you're going to put petrol in the car. Okay, and by the way, don't forget that this is also a verb. Okay, if you notice, this is the infinitive. So if you know the word infinitive means the basic form of the verb. Okay, all right, good. So he's going to have a haircut, or he's going to put petrol in the car. Okay, let's look at the next one. So now we did haircut, we did petrol. Now money and bank. Okay, so let's write this one. So here we're going to say he's going to, okay, let's say use the word deposit. Let's say he's going to deposit. Oh, without the S. Without the E. Okay, yeah, he's going to deposit money. Okay, where? He's going to deposit at the bank. Okay, at the bank. He's going to deposit money at the bank. Okay, so he's going, and deposit is another verb. Okay, so he's going to deposit money at the bank. Okay, good. Let's look at the next one. Books and library. Okay, so library, usually you don't buy books. Normally at the library you normally borrow books, right? Take books to read and bring back. So again, we're going to say he's going to, we're going to use the verb borrow. He's going to borrow a book from where? From the library. Okay, I'm going to borrow a book from the library, and this is the verb borrow. Okay, good. So borrow is something temporary, right? So you take it and then later on you must give it back. Okay, next one. See tutor the university. So here he wants to see his lecturer, his teacher, his tutor. Okay, so here we're going to say he's going to meet, maybe we use the word meet, his tutor. Okay, where? He's going to meet at university, at the university. Okay, Taz, good. So here the verb is meet. Tamam? Okay, again, all of this going to means what? It means this is a planned future. Okay, planned future. good. Next one, or the last one, is meet up with Nick, and there's a bit of a question mark. Okay, so maybe Nick may not be available. Okay, so we're still going to say, I'm going to see Nick. I'm going to see Nick maybe later today. Okay, let's give it a time reference here. All right. So so here's the verb see. Okay. So he put a question mark. So he has. Okay, let me switch over. So he already has the plan in his mind to go see Nick. Okay, but maybe Nick is not available. We don't know. Okay, but he already has a plan to see Nick. Okay, good. Let's go back. Now we're going to look at things to buy. So what are things to buy? So let's write this down here. Things to buy. Okay, so what is he going to buy? Remember, again, plan. He's going to go to the supermarket. So so what's he going to buy? So we're going to say he's going to buy some sugar. So he's going to buy some sugar. Okay, it's a positive sentence. So here we have going to, and then we have the verb buy. Okay, what is he going to do in the future? He's going to buy. The next one is he's gonna also get some yogurt as well. So we're going to say he's going to buy some yogurt. Okay, buy some yogurt. All right. In Arabic, we'll say zibadi, yogurt, zibadi. Okay, and then the next one is milk. Okay, so he's going to buy some milk as well. Okay, and finally, what is he going to buy? He's also going to buy some tennis balls, some tennis balls as well. Okay, some tennis balls. Okay, the good thing is here, if you notice, I use the word some, because some, if you remember, we normally can use some for countable nouns or uncountable nouns. So the first four should the first three, sugar, yogurt, some people say in America yogurt, but we say yogurt, milk. So these three are uncountable, right? But the last one, tennis balls, there's an S here. This is a countable. So here we can still use some. This is, it's a way to quantify something. Okay, good. Well done, guys. Let's move on to the next page, okay, and do some exercises. Try to get some of these ideas by testing you, okay? So let me zoom in a little bit. So here we have a listening exercise, okay? So let's read this. Listen and complete the conversation between who? Between Jack and Naz and Naz, this is who's Naz? One of Jack's housemates. So this is Naz, he's one of his mates, somebody who shares the flat with him. Okay, so we have Jack here, J for Jack, and here we have Naz. So first thing first, what we're going to do is we're going to listen first. Okay, so let's listen together. Let me open up the audio and then listen together.
Unit 5 5.1 Jack's List.
I'm going out now. Do you need anything from the shops?
I don't think so. Oh, hang on. We haven't got any sugar.
It's okay. It's on my list. I'm going to buy some.
What about bread?
Good idea. I'll get a loaf.
What time will you be back?
I don't know. I might meet up with Nick for coffee. It depends on how much time I've got.
Don't forget we're playing tennis with Dave and Stuart this evening.
Don't worry. I won't forget. I'll be back before then.
Okay.
All right, so we've heard this, Okay, so we've heard some conversation here, so that's quite useful. So let's try and fill in the gaps here, okay, and understand why. Okay, so here it says, I'm going out now. Do you need anything from the shop? Nas responds, I don't think so. Oh, hang on. We haven't got any sugar. It's okay. It's on my list. So see here, guys, it's already on his list, already planned. So we're going to use going to or will. Remember, this is already planned. So if it's planned, going to. So we're going to say, I'm going to buy some. I'm going to buy some. Okay, good. The next one says, then the question comes in as, what about bread? Ah, good idea. So maybe he didn't think about the bread. See? So he's thinking about it now at the time of speaking. So we're going to use the word will. Okay, we're going to say, I will get, or I will buy a loaf, or I will get a loaf. A loaf of bread, meaning, you know, when you buy bread, sometimes you buy bread that is sliced, but this is a whole piece, okay? One piece, okay? Full. Right, so I will get a loaf of bread, okay? Or I'll buy a loaf of bread, it doesn't matter. And then what time will you be back? I don't know. I might meet up. So here is an example of a future possibility. I might meet up with Nick for coffee. Okay, it depends on how much time I've got. Okay, so it depends, right? So here he's talking about a possibility. He might. So we'll see. If you remember in my sentence, I said here things to do. He's going to see Nick later today. So now I might change. I might also use. I can also say he might see Nick later today. Okay. So this is a future possibility. Okay. Future possibility. Here is a planned possibility that he's going to do. It's something that he plans to do. But here he might see Nick because what does he say? Because if, you know, he has time, right? How much time he's got left. See? So if he has little time, he won't be able to see him. But if he has a lot of time, then he can go and see him. Okay? Good. All right, let's look at the next one. Nas, what do you say? Don't forget. Okay, don't forget. So again, don't forget talks about something that is already planned, right? Don't forget, we are playing tennis. We're going to be playing tennis with Dave and Stuart this evening. Okay, so they're playing tennis this evening. And then he says, don't worry. Here we're going to say, I won't forget that. Now he's giving, Jack is telling him now that, you know, he's giving him an answer now, not a planned answer. It's an answer now. Don't worry, I won't. Okay, so we use the word will to talk about the future for now. That don't worry, I know, but I won't forget from now. Okay, I won't forget. And he says, I will, here we're going to use the word I will be back before then, inshallah. So now he will be back as well before then. Now he used the word will, not I'm going to, because it's he's going somewhere. He can't be sure if he's going to be back on time, or he might be back a little bit late. We don't know. So he's using I won't, you know, I will be back before then. Okay, not I'm going to. He can't plan it. Okay. But wherever he is, hopefully he's not delayed or anything, so he will be back, inshallah. Good, so that answers these questions. So well done, guys. Let's look at this blue box and just read together about the grammar. A good way of reminding yourself. Okay, so let's look. So here it says, look at the future forms in these sentences from the conversation. Okay, so here the first sentence says, it's on my list. I'm going to buy. So here the sentence, it's on my list. So it means that you already decided what to do before, right? Good. And the second one says, good idea. So the idea starting now, that he's thinking about the idea now, not before. Okay, so now he's using I'll, and this is I will get a loaf. Okay, so in each sentence, when did Jack make his decision? Okay, before speaking or at the moment of speaking. So we know that this first sentence, so let me write it down here. I'll write it down for everybody to follow. The first sentence says, it's on my list. Okay, I'm going to buy some. Okay, so here we have the helping verb am. I like to use yellow, and then we have the main verbs going to, and then buy. Again, we have the word buy. Okay, so here we know that this is happened. Okay, before, what's the issue? Before speaking. Okay, so this is before speaking, because remember guys, it's already on his list. Okay, and the next sentence says, good idea, I'll get a loaf. So good idea, and then this is the exclamation mark, like he's like, right now, you know, good idea. I'll get a loaf, a loaf of bread, basically, a loaf of bread, basically. Okay, so here we have I'll, so this is the helping verb, and then we have the word get as well, which is the main verb, but I'll is the future form. Okay, like going to, they're both future. Okay, but here they decided this is the future what decided at the time of speaking. At the same time they are talking about the conversation, he decided to do this future action now. Okay, now, good, excellent. Let's continue. Number 2, which of these sentences, right? So here we have, so we have 3 sentences, expresses. So here we have the one says a future possibility. Remember we talked about a future possibility earlier, which is a prediction and which is a future arrangement. Okay, so let's figure this out. The first sentence says, so here's exercise here. So it says we're going, so we are playing tennis, tennis this evening. Okay, all right, so this one, so here we have a present continuous, because we have the are, verb to be, and then the ing verb here, playing. So, and then we have a time reference, this evening. So this is of course a planned event. So we're going to say this is a future arrangement. Why did I decide that? Because here we have a future reference, and we are playing something that they already planned to do already. Okay, it's not at the time of speaking, it's already planned in the past. All right, good. Let me just highlight the verbs again for you. So here we have the helping verb are, here we have playing, one of the main verbs. Okay, and then here we have the time reference, this evening. Okay, so we're playing tennis this evening. Right, let's write the second sentence, which is I might meet up with Nick. Okay, so here we have I might meet up with Nick. Okay, so here we have might, which is the modal verb, and as you know, might, what does it express? It expresses a possibility, right? So let me highlight might and make this into a yellow. Okay, so this is a helping verb, and this is the main verb, meet up. Let's go to one word together, meet up. Okay, so here we have 2 choices. Here we can say future possibility or a future prediction. So we're not predicting a situation, we're talking about a possible action that might happen in the future. Might. So for this one, we're going to say this is a future, okay, possibility. Okay, this is a future possibility. Excellent, good. And of course, the last one is I'll be back before then. I'll be back before then, before this time now, okay? All right, before the time that they've decided. So here we have I'll. So this is the future form, will, okay? But it's a helping verb. And then here is the main verb, be, exist, right? I'll be back. So this last one, of course, let me just write the correct answer. This is a future prediction, okay? Why is it a prediction? Because remember, guys, I told you that will and going to, we can use it with prediction. That one of them is a strong prediction, the other is a weak prediction. So he or she is talking about the prediction of coming back on time, okay? But there's no evidence that we will know that they will for sure be back on that time. So because of that, we're going to use a weaker form of prediction, which is will, okay? I will be back before then, inshallah, as we say, okay? Good, excellent, well done, guys. Okay, good. So here we have some pictures, okay? So we'll do this as the last part. Nas phones Jack later and asks him to get these things, okay? So Nas calls him again to add maybe more things to buy, okay, on his shopping list, okay? So what are the things he needs to buy? So we're talking about stamps, which is here, the first class stamps from the UK. We have some oranges right here, some shampoo, which is right here, some batteries right next door, a newspaper, so quite a few newspapers here actually, a cable for the printer. This is a printer cable. This is a USB type B printer cable, and a notebook, or in Arabic, daftar. This is a notebook, okay? So what do we have to do here? Which shops will Jack go to? Okay, work. Okay, so can you get some stamps, please? Okay, I'll go to the post office. So yeah, if you want to buy some stamps, where will you go? You will go to the post office, right? Okay. And here we're saying, and we need some, let's say we need some oranges, okay? So where will you go to buy some oranges? You will go to the supermarket, right? Okay, or the grocery store, like people like to say in America. All right, good. And then the next one, we also need, let's say we need some shampoo. So where can we go? Where can we go and buy some shampoo? Okay, of course we can go either to the supermarket or we can go to the pharmacy. Okay, the pharmacy to buy some. Good. Where can we go to buy some batteries? Again, batteries we can buy in many places, like the supermarket. Okay, good. And the last one, where can we get a cable for the printer? Of course, maybe we need to go and visit a computer store, okay, or and electronic store to buy this cable. And finally, a notepad. Where can we get a notepad? Of course, we can go and visit maybe a stationery office or stationery shop, visit a library maybe as well, visit a bookstore as well. So these are all different possibilities that you can do. Okay, good, well done, guys. So for now, we are going to stop here, okay? And tomorrow we're going to be focusing more on exercises, okay? Some more exercises that we need to do to get us to use the correct future form. So remember, there are three future possibilities, right? There is a future arrangement, okay, planned, which is using going to, okay. Then there is the future prediction, okay. We can use will for that, okay. But remember, going to and will, we can use both for prediction, but one is stronger prediction and the other is a weaker prediction. Okay, and finally we also have the future possibility. Okay, so we're talking about the word might. Okay, we're talking about the word might. So future action that might happen, we're not sure yet. Okay, good. So thank you again for your time and patience, and I'm sorry for a long video, but it's very good to describe the sentences bit by bit so you guys can all understand. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Take care. Jazakumullah khair. Have a lovely day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye.